Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy claims no king protests are part of Antifa. What? What? All right. Bias distribution has well over half of the reporting is coming from the right, 72%. So like almost 3/4 of the reporting on this is coming from the right. 14 center, 14 left. Oh, all right. Okay. Cool. And if you look, the highest factuality source comes from a left-leaning publication. So I can only imagine what the right is saying about this. But my story's not pulled from the right. I guess maybe I should have pulled one from the right, but I've got one pulled from USA Today. It's already set up. It's what we're doing. Let's get into it. Two of President Donald Trump's cabinet secretaries said Democrats are keeping the government closed for the sake of the No Kings mass protest scheduled for Saturday, October 18th. The comments made on the same Fox Business show on October 13th echo congressional Republicans last week who blamed the now 2-week-long shutdown on Democrats, saying they wanted to keep the government closed until after the protests, hoping to show party activists they are pushing back on the Trump administration. In criticizing the rallies, Treasury Secretary Scott Bensett said, "No kings means no paychecks, and no government." Liberal groups have criticized elected Democrats for not doing enough in Congress to resist Trump's changes to the federal government. Senate Democrats are refusing to approve a short-term funding measure for the federal government, demanding Republicans restore large cuts to the Obamacare and Medicaid that will cost millions of people their health care insurance. Rally organizers told USA Today they expect the crowds to joyfully and peacefully celebrate their First Amendment right to protest. They've used the comments to draw more attention to their upcoming events. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy told Fox he expected millions of attendees will be part of Antifa, paid protesters. It begs the question of who's funding it. Who's funding it? What are you talking about, man? Duffy accused protesters of dictating the actions of the Democratic leaders. Democrats want to wait for a big rally of No Kings protests when the bottom line is who's running the show in the Senate, said Duffy. Chuck Schumer's not running the show, he said of the Senate Minority Leader, a Democrat. The No Kings protesters or organizers are running the show. Okay. This is a guy at Mar-a-Lago. Lee Greenberg, co-founder of Indivisible, one of the groups organizing the protests, responded on social media. This is what it looks like when you've fully lost control of the message and you're panicking. No Kings protests are scheduled at more than 2,500 locations across the country, with one of several flagship protests planned outside the United States Capitol. Previous protests held by the same organizers over the last year, including the June 14th rally, also named No Kings, have been peaceful and drawn massive crowds. On October 10th, several congressional Republicans referred to the protests as Hate America rallies and accused Democrats of keeping the government closed at the request of activists. House Speaker Mike Johnson of Louisiana, a Republican, said on Fox News that Republicans were hearing that Democrats wouldn't reopen the government until after the rallies because they can't face their rabid base. Activists have been upset with Schumer for voting with Republicans in March to avoid a government shutdown. Johnson said he's tired of waiting for the Democrats to agree to end the shutdown. We're so angry about it. I mean, I'm a very patient guy, but I've had it with these people. They are playing games with real people's lives. The theory we have right now, they have a Hate America rally that's scheduled for October 18th at the National Mall. It's all pro-Hamas wing of Antifa people, and they're all coming out, he said. God. On Newsmax, Senator Roger Marshall, Republican of Kansas, said Democrats have to put on a show with the protests before they will allow the government to reopen. Is that what they think? These people are so out of touch. October 18th is when the protests get here. This will be a Soros-paid-for protest with his professional protesters. The agitators show up, Marshall said, referencing the billionaire George Soros, who has backed Democratic causes, though is not an organizer or publicly connected to the protests. We'll have to get the National Guard out. Hopefully it will be peaceful. I doubt it. There has been no public discussion of plans to have the National Guard present at the Washington protests or in any others. In an October 10th statement, the coalition of activist groups putting on the protests, rallies, and marches stressed that the organizers undergo security and de-escalation training to avoid violence, which they've been doing in Portland as well. Speaker Johnson is running out of excuses for keeping the government shut down. Instead of reopening the government, preserving affordable health care, or lowering costs for working families, he's attacking millions of Americans who are peacefully coming together to say that America belongs to its people, not to kings, the statement said. We'll see everyone on October 18th. Hunter Dunn, a national spokesperson for the 50-51 protest group, said he finds it funny that Republican rhetoric about the rally swings from being tactic to keep the government closed to being fully paid protesters who hate the country. You kind of got to pick which lie you're going with. The enemy can't simultaneously both be weak and strong, he said, which is a good point. Hey, thanks for watching this clip from Nightly News this morning. If you haven't, make sure that you drop the video a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video or when we go live on Tuesdays and Fridays.